Good morning, folks. Time is 9:01 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 1st of July, 2025, Canada Day. And of course, that is the 2nd of July. For my friends on the other side of the planet, my friends in Australia, my friends in Melbourne. That's right, folks. It is July 1st. Happy Canada Day. My name is Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. You friends are you, and you are amazing. How do I know that? These groups that we have created here, and I say groups because there's two of them, are sitting at about 805,000 members, and they are the funniest groups. Let's just call it a community. Funniest community on the internet. In fact, with 800,000 members, we're also the funniest city on the internet. And, I was saying, I know you're amazing. Well, the groups weren't amazing until you got here. Groups are amazing now, so thank you, folks. You rock. Canada Day, what does that mean? It means it's July 1st. It means in 1867, on July 1st, Canada became a country. It used to be called Dominion Day, and we were called the Dominion of Canada. Now it's called Canada Day. So happy Canada Day, folks. This is going to be a short video. Why? Because it's Canada Day. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And going forward, folks, maybe not starting today, but going forward pretty soon, I think I'm going to 3 videos a week. 3 videos a week. I haven't heard from anyone. I never hear from anyone when it comes to stuff like that. What's your opinion on me doing something like that? Would that piss you off? Would that be all right? This takes a lot out of me, and I get very little feedback. I get some great feedback from a few people, and it's fantastic. But I get no feedback from anyone else when I ask questions and that. And I'm starting to think that I'm mostly talking to the ether. I've got, I think, about between 10 and 15 people that I know are watching the video every day. And you folks rock. I mean, everyone out there rocks. But you folks particularly rock because you're here every day. And I don't want to rip you off. So let me know what you think about that. These videos take about 3 hours of my day every morning. Sometimes a little bit less because I am getting a little bit better at producing them. I think it'd be easier if I had a producer, and I can't afford to pay anyone. But hey, if you're retired out there and have a little bit of computer experience, a little bit of video editing experience, or audio editing experience, and you want to be part of this, and I said there's no pay because I don't get paid for it, let me know. We can make this maybe a little hobby for the 2 of us, or 3 of us, or 4 of us, whatever happens. So that's something to think about if that's something that you're interested in, my friends. I got to do something. Because it takes up so much of my time. And it's worth it. You folks are worth it. But at the same time, I have no mornings anymore. My fault. Not looking for sympathy. Just letting you know. But I want to know what you think about that idea. Maybe going 3 days a week or every second day. Maybe 3 days a week and every second week have a Sunday special. I don't know. I want input from you folks. I'd also like to know if you'd like to see some new stuff in these videos. Like I said, before I wanted to do movie reviews, but I wasn't consistent. If I have somebody else to work with, that might actually help. Because keep somebody to keep me on track. Funny news. I don't know. Do you have any ideas? Let us know. I don't know what you want to see in these videos. I'm really kind of interested in hearing your opinions on whether you'd like to see these expanded, made shorter. What do you want? I'm here to help. I'm here to make these videos for you. I want to know your opinions, my friend. I also got to quit saying my friends so often. I think having another person here would help too, because they could say, hit the little shock collar thing every time I say my friends, because I do consider you my friends, but you probably get tired of hearing me saying my friends, my friends, my friends. Little things, right? You know what I also want to know, though? I want to know what you're doing today. I do want to know what you're doing today. I would love to hear anything about you. Do you guys have? Is it a nice day? Is it raining? Are you going out shopping? Are you going bike riding? Are you going fishing? Are you working? I want to hear anything about you. A little tidbit about you and your life would make this funniest city on the internet the friendliest city on the internet. Let's create a sense of community. I want to hear about your life. I hear from a lot of fantastic people. I hear from the same fantastic people all the time, and I love it. I love hearing from them. I'm not tired of it. I love hearing about Rose Glad's day. I love hearing about Michelle Finnerty's day. I love hearing about Gail Countaway's day. I want to hear about your day too. I'm not trying to pry. I promise you. Just share whatever you feel comfortable sharing, and then we'll share it tomorrow or the next day or whenever we get this input from you. We'll share it on the next video, and we'd love to hear about your day. Me, Canada Day, taking it easy, just enjoying being Canadian. I might have a good Canadian beer later on today. I don't drink a lot, but I do like to have a good beer once in a while. I've got a really good beer in my fridge. It's from a brewery that's local to the Calgary area. They're out of Black Diamond or Diamond Valley, I think they call it. Now, it was two towns that have amalgamated. And they're called Far. F-A-H-R. I have one of their Hefes. Oh my gosh, it is the... I don't drink a lot of beer, but this beer is the nectar of the gods, my friends. So yes, happy Canada Day to my friends out there that celebrate, that are Canadian, and happy Canada Day to the world. You know, I kind of think the world needs a little bit more Canada right now. We're not perfect, but we're looking a lot better next to the date we brought to the bar, if you know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, folks. I hope you are having a great day. I hope you're having a great week. I don't know if I've told you this, folks, but I do appreciate you being here every day. We're not doing any featured posts today, and I am sorry, but I do want to get on to Canada Day. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a couple of clips from a couple of Canadian comedians. That's right, there are Canadian comedians. Did you folks know, although he's not a comedian, he was a comedic actor and a serious actor too. Leslie Nielsen is Canadian. Did you know that? Leslie Nielsen is Canadian. That's right. The Naked Gun. He grew up in Edmonton, Alberta. Now, he wasn't born in Edmonton, Alberta, but he and his brother grew up in Edmonton, Alberta. There's a funny Canadian for you. Ryan Gosling, Canadian. Ryan Reynolds, very Canadian. There's the two famous Ryans there. We got a lot of famous Canadians out there. We got a lot of really funny Canadians too. Dan Aykroyd, Canadian. John Candy, rest in peace. The funniest Canadian possibly ever. One of the funniest humans on the planet. There's a lot of Canadians. There's a lot of comedic Canadians to celebrate. Once you get out there and do a search for Canadian comedians on YouTube, you'll find some really funny stuff. Check out Jeremy Hotz, H-O-T-Z. Hilarious guy. I'm going to play two quick clips from two funny Canadian comedians, and then we're going to come right back.
That's one thing about dogs, you know. I mean, dogs you have to put in a kennel if you're going to go away for a while. Cats, you can leave out a bowl of food, and they will ration themselves. After 12 hours, they go, hey, wait a minute, easy on the kibbles there. Hey. They haven't been home for 12 hours. I think they might be gone for a couple of days. We better start rationing this shit out. You can't do that with a dog, because dogs will eat till they explode. It's amazing. I mean, have you ever been sitting there giving your dog biscuits and you wonder, like, you know, just how many of these biscuits will it eat? All right. More? All right. Wow, 32, all right. The Dalmatian up to 32, all right. Bring in the bulldog and see how many biscuits that can go. The research grant here. Amazing.
That is so kind of you. There's places in the city here, it behooves you to sound a bit Frencher. I got her down. So whenever possible, my theory, I just try and work in the phrase bleu. It's a godsend. As soon as they sit down, are you comfortable? Bleu. You look incredible. It's all in the cheek. Holy smokes, I'm talking a Romance language. Let's do a recap. Bleu, bleu, and bleu. I love French. I listen to French folks talk. It sounds like a vat of maple syrup coming to a boy. Bleu, 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 bleu. That's Canadian.
All right, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. I really do. And that is in place of our featured post today because, hey, I'm taking it easy today. I'm taking a little bit of a break, but I still want to leave you with some entertainment. And being Canada Day, we're going to have some Canadian-based entertainment. But I promise you, I still have my joke segment. That's right. I've got a joke segment. What I wanted to do originally yesterday was have the joke segment come in, I'll introduce it. It was just going to be 10 clips from 10 Canadian comedians. But as I was doing that, and I posted it to YouTube at first, I got 3 or 4 copyright strikes on that video, so I can't do that. So that's why I decided to just share a couple of individual comedian, like clips from those comedians. I don't want to get the videos taken down, so there's that. I hope you enjoyed them, though, my friends. I really do hope you enjoyed them. But now that we've got to here and that's taken care of, the only thing we can do is probably go right to the bad jokes. Some people say my jokes are childish, but obviously they're full grown. Did you know that cottage cheese isn't actually a cheese? Yeah, it's just a curd to me. Why are some pediatricians short-tempered? Because they have little patience. I asked my wife if sex was a chore to her, and she said no. I feel satisfied after getting chores done. Who buys the most Barbies? Australian fathers. Two guys are robbing a liquor store when one of them picks up a bottle and turns to the other one and says, "Is this whiskey?" Says, "Yeah, but not as whiskey as robbing a bank." Jokes about German sausages are the worst. What happens when the smog clears over Southern California? UCLA. What's the difference between a well-dressed man and a tired dog? The well-dressed man wears a suit. The dog just pants. I had a weird dream last night where I was steering a truck in a circle while I was flipping pancakes with the other hand. I was tossing and turning all night. I hope you enjoyed those bad jokes. They're not really all bad jokes. Some of them are actually quite good, I think. But that's the name of the segment, and I'm sticking with it. I got the first 4 of my bad jokes, or jokes, I should say, from my beautiful, wonderful wife, Wendy. That's right. Thank you so very much, Wendy. I love you, and I love you. Especially love when you get me jokes to tell, because I need jokes to tell. And then the next 2 jokes came from my buddy, my friend, Dave Knapp. That's right, Dave Knapp. This guy is a joke machine. He comes up with so many jokes, it's crazy. One of these days, I'm going to have a Dave Knapp comedy hour or something. Dave, I appreciate the jokes you send. Wendy, I appreciate the jokes you send. Folks, I appreciate anyone sending me jokes. That's right. Send me your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And if I use them, I'm thanking you. I promise you. I try not to steal jokes. If I do inadvertently steal a joke and you catch me, you call me out, because it wasn't on purpose. So send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com, and if I use your joke, you're going to be thanked on the air for your jokes, my friend. All right, folks, guess what? That's right. I'm not running a commercial. I'm just here to tell you how amazing you are, how happy I am that you're here, and how amazing you've made these groups. That's absolutely true. Over 800,000, just about 805,000, maybe a little bit over 805,000 now. Members in these groups, I should say. Not just throwing out numbers. Members in these groups. We are the funniest city on the internet. Population, us, my friends. Funny people in a funny place. And we make people laugh. You've made us the funniest place on the internet, the funniest city on the internet, and you made us the best group on the internet, my friends. We spend a lot of time curating to keep this group good and clean and on the internet. You folks make it funny, and so thank you very much for that. As I said, this is a shorter video because I got things I want to do, and one of those things I want to do is not do a lot. I'm going to relax today. I want to hear your opinion on me possibly going to 3 days a week or every second day. What do you think about that? I want to hear about your ideas for things we can add to these videos to make it maybe a little more entertaining and not just the same thing every single day. I want to hear what you think. What should we do? What kind of direction should we take with these videos? I mean, are you sick of these videos? Should I just stop doing the videos? I mean, I hope not. I do them for you. I said doo-doo. But I do these videos for you, and it's my way of saying thank you, because I don't know what else to do. How do you say thank you to 800,000 people who have decided that this little Facebook group or groups you created are a worthwhile place? I don't know, so I make these videos. That's what I do, my friends. But, I'm talking about going down to 3 days a week, but I'm going to be here again tomorrow, I promise you. And I really hope you're going to be here again tomorrow, too, and I hope we have a few new people. If we don't have a few new people, that's fine. We're already the funniest city on the internet, and we're already the best group on the internet. And that's because of you, my friends. See you again tomorrow. All the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.